Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more Diablo 3, Season 28. Today, the plan is to go from level 61, which we were at, or 60, which we're at right now, and try to get to level 70. Pretty much, the faster we can get there, the better off we are. We did get a high-end weapon, or a higher damage weapon yesterday, so that should help us clearing quite a bit. Um, Obviously, we'll still have some issues with trying to get through damage wise because we're kind of at that point where we've gone from normal monsters to the expansion monsters, and the health of the monsters starts to ramp up very quickly, um, and their damage and stuff like that. So for right now, all my gear is still pre-level 60. My weapon I have is like a 50, and that will help me quite a bit. And obviously you can see that the damage is causing some problems for the monsters but we haven't ran into that set of blues yet. So we'll run into that set of blues here in a second, and we'll see how that works out for us. Oh, we're already made level 61. All right, so I think I didn't look to see how far, but I think we're halfway through 60 when we shut down yesterday. Blues dropped pretty quickly. So the trick here is to try to get to level 70, and then as soon as I get to level 70, we'll start working on focusing on the Hedrick's cache, or Hedrick's gift, and trying to get that unlocked. Trying to start ramping up our damage. And once we can start ramping our damage up, then we start working on getting into torment and getting into those things kind of being started and running as fast as we can. I was going to kind of wait our in the beginning we were doing kind of slower or not slower videos, but shorter videos where we were doing 30 minutes or so. The last video was like an hour and 15 minutes. Today's video is probably going to be fairly long also. We'll see how it goes for me. The issue being that I want to get to level 70. I want to get 70 done. I want to get that, and maybe I should have started like the very first episode. I should have just started with massive, a lot longer of a video. And instead of doing 30-minute videos, I could have just done like 2 or 3, sessions at once. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out with YouTube and trying to figure out all that stuff. It's different. It's hard, and being a small channel, trying to get people to stay for the full video is, and to get feedback is difficult. So we're just gonna keep. I'm just gonna do what I do, what I find happy, and what I find fun, and then the video does well, that does well. If it doesn't do well, then I'll try something. What orange belt? This is shaping up to be fun. Here, stop, stop, stop. You guys, I don't mortar teleporter. That's not fun. All right, let's pick that up. Let's see what's in the belt. Anything good? Opening chest grants damage. It is all pluses everywhere, so we're gonna change it. But it's hard to justify not having it when it literally is, just better every way around. It's not the ultimate. I think there's ones that haunt automatically. there's I want to say there was a belt, and honestly, I have missed many seasons. So there may be new stuff or new things. I don't think they add a bunch of okay, treasure out there somewhere. Come on, get through there. Find out where he's at. Have a chat with him. Yep. Burn it all. Burn it all down. So I know it's not as good as, some of the other games where you'll get new equipment and uh new things added. At PoE is really good about just adding just crazy stuff with different seasons, and Diablo not as good as that. I'm hoping with Diablo 4 that they will start doing that, because adding a new set, and I understand that adding a new set is a lot of work. It's because you have to put it in, you have to balance that set against the other ones. You want to give people a reason to try the new set, you want to try that, and then you have to make an entire new customization for it, and artist and all that stuff and things like that. But I think that's part of the reason that PoE does so well, is because they're constantly adding such difficult, and just changing things, adding completely new mechanics. Sometimes they work, sometimes they're poop. Sometimes they completely unbalance the game. Sometimes, they cause massive problems for the developers. Sometimes there's massive backlash. Uh, but they monitor that, and if it is that bad, a lot of times they'll come back and be like, okay, hey, this was a bad plan. And they'll walk stuff back. Sometimes, yeah. So this was 58 or 50, required level of 59. This was a required level of 61, and you see just that is another 500 damage. It's just insane. And every time I pick up a bigger and bigger weapon, it's just it, it's just more and more damage. It's just faster clearing, faster clearing. Eventually, like I said, if I do make another character or something, what I'll end up doing is I'll like a level 70. I'll throw a gem of ease on it, and we will level ourselves in like pretty much a single, like 30-minute episode. It'll be great. And maybe I'll do that towards at some point during the thing, if people request a different class or something. Um, maybe I've been toying with the idea of giving the necromancer another chance, and just kind of checking that out. So maybe I'll sometime in the future, we'll work on doing that and see if we can get a necromancer going and give them another chance, and see if my big problem with the necromancer was just the constant casting of all my guys, and trying to keep the skeletons up, and trying to keep uh you blink for a little bit, and you don't have any pets anymore. Or maybe I'm just taking the wrong approach, and maybe I need to just look at them as, look at it differently. But I'd like to have some form of, protection out. Like, and that's the thing with the witch doctor, is having protection out and being able to stand behind them. I really like it, and I understand that they couldn't do that with an echo, because it would have been just like Witch Doctor 2.0. And at that point, why not? Why do that? Why not just give the Witch Doctor skeletons? Like, why not just allow me to change my dog into a skeleton, and turn the gargantuan into a golem instead. It's I get why they didn't do it, uh, but it doesn't change the fact. But yeah, so like I said, we'll see what they do with 4. I know they have promised a lot more dramatic or dynamic uh, seasons and a lot more changes for seasons in Diablo 4. But you can promise me all you want. You're a game developer. I don't trust you. Well, let me rephrase that. You're a AAA game developer. I don't trust you. Like with indie game developers, I trust them to do the best that they can with what they have. Like they're a lot of indie game developers are really trying. They just don't have uh, the I don't want to say the ability or the capability because that's not fair. They have a lot of times they have the ability. They just don't have the bandwidth to do it. Trying to keep the game going and trying to push the envelope and trying to listen to the community when you only have 1 or 2 people on your entire team, uh, you know, or 4 people, or maybe a dozen people. It's a lot harder to do that stuff than when you have several thousand people on a team working on a game. Where if you decide that, oh hey, today we want to change this, you send out an email, and by the end of the day, somebody's figured it out. Um, Sometimes with an indie dev, when you have a single person working on a game, you have to give them some time. Like, just because they haven't responded to you today or they haven't got the fix out within a week, doesn't mean that, you know, they're not thinking about it, they're not working on it. They just may have a higher priority, and, they only have so much time in the day. But so for an indie dev, a lot of times it's harder. It's harder to pivot. It's harder to go, oh well, this is a different problem, and if we change and focus on that, then everything else comes to a grinding halt. So it is what it is. But even with a large developer, like hell, look at Rockstar and GTA. It's taken them 10 years to fix vulnerabilities in Grand Theft Auto Online that have been there since the very beginning, that were basically allowing hackers to completely uh, like take over your account and like corrupt your account at a level that you would have to go, or basically go delete the cache off your computer, delete your save game, and force it to re-download the server for you to be able to get back into the game. Like, they were corrupting people's games so bad that Rockstar was like they were putting you in the cheaters category with all the hackers, and like you didn't do anything other than have somebody set a flag on your save game. Like, it was bad. It took them 10 years to fix that. And it's just so, but it was one of those things that it started affecting the money, and as soon as it started affecting the money and the dark card sales and the numbers online, then because people were starting to get worried that, hey, not only can these guys start be messing with your actual game, but now they can actually even get into your progress or into your computer and mess with your actual files like, or on your computer that have nothing to do with Rockstar. Like, the backlash started getting so bad at that point that they had no choice but to do something about it. No, we're gonna murder you right now. Come here. All right, so that will be good. All right, so that's just going to follow me around for a minute. Try to keep all those things gathered up so that. So what has happened is I've completely filled up my blood, uh, or whatever the hell these things are called, blood shards. So I've picked up too many of them, and now my bank is full. So what I'll end up having to do, and this usually happens about now, give or take a little bit. Um, So what I'll end up having to do is I'll have to go back into town. I'll have to spend some of them, and then I'll come back and grab all the ones that are here. But that is fine. I don't like wasting them, and honestly, about this level is the time to start using them. So we'll do that. We'll pick all this up, or pick up as much as we can. All right, back into town real quick. We'll go spend a couple of points. You see if we can get anything fun in here. All red, all red. We'll probably save that one for later. I might save it for later. That one, change that one out. That was a lot of recovery. Change that one out. 43% recovery. That sounds like a good plan. All right. And we're starting to get some of the higher end gems also, so that's good. All right, so we're going to do that. We're going to run down here. We're going to talk to, where the hell is she at? Oh, there she is. We're going to do that. We're going to go to weapons. We're going to go to two-handed mystery weapons. What's this? A nail better. I one-handed. That was dumb. I didn't want one-handed. I wanted two-handed. All right, so we burned all those. Go do this. Melt these guys down, and then we should go talk to our enchantress here. We're gonna give the enchantress, that's 1,020. Oh, that's a 1590. Wow, that's a 1593 one hanger. I may change that to. I'm gonna use that for a minute. She can use this creature. So that's a one-hander that's doing that much damage. So eventually I'll have to find something here. Let me go here, forge armor. No, it's forge a weapon, I think it is. Highest usable. Mojo. We'll just craft a mojo. So that way, that will add us a little bit more damage. All right. Random spiky club and a mojo. All right. So, oh, nope, not in that one. Let's go into the blue one. We'll pick up all of our little things that we left laying around. And then we will go back, close this out. Oh, there's a blue mojo. All right. Go ahead and head back. We'll close this guy out, and we'll just start another one. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be... we're in for the long haul today, boys. So part of it, the problem is trying to get... It both slows you down. I cancel first. Let me make sure none of this stuff is super awesome. Jeez, now I gotta use that thing. Yeah, let's use that one now. So that's yeah, 2,000 damage, and the damage just starts skyrocketing. Why are you whining at me? Put that in there. Start stacking these guys up here. All right. More Nephilim reps. So the trick with this one is like I said, unfortunately, especially for now, until we start finding the weapons that we actually want and need and stuff like that, um, I'm literally just loading whatever the highest damage weapon I could find is. Uh, and I would love to be able to go, oh, let's make sure I can do this and that and the other. But just raw damage is such, a help that, especially it balances, all of my minions, everything is all balanced on how much damage my main staff is doing. You're seeing even with some of this stuff where like I throw out a couple of things and stuff is just get destroyed. Like even the blue guys here, they should be fairly once I get them stacked. Yeah, see that. Well, I'm bouncing around between them, but I get they're already dying. Like once the minions get down here and get tied into one of them, they have a tendency to rip through them fairly quickly. Like so, it's just it, damage is king, especially in this transition area where it starts to. It's just such a high amount of health, and the monsters just start ramping so drastically. I'm probably could have went to torment at this point, but we'll just stay at master for now. I think once I get up, basically the way I usually do it is whatever the game wants me to do, and by wants me to do, I mean by the season's journey. So this guy here. So when I look down here, it says hard difficulty or higher, right? So this tells me that I need to be at hard difficulty or higher when I kill her. It tells me the level I need to do it, and it tells me uh, kind of when I should be doing it. So technically now it would be good for me to go kill them because I'm not level 70 yet. And I only got to kill them on hard. So I could go do that now. So maybe after this run, we'll go do that. I think the end of that is also I have to be level 70. Uh, so it's possible, I guess at level 60, I could have started doing that so that once I hit level 70, have it kind of set up. You can't have it set up where that is your last thing, the level 70, because you need to upgrade uh, your vendors, and you're at the point now where you need to get the little vials of essence stuff, and I think you have to be level 70 for those to even drop. So you can't really set it up so that you're fully set up to just waltz in and as soon as you hit 70, be ding fries are done. Um, but you just do what you can and kind of murder the guys that we can in the process. I should probably actually look, see. This should have a lot better. I think I don't remember. I think we'll do that one. Haunt. Oh yeah. So at this point, I could probably change to haunt instead to be my primary. So I can do this. I can go here. I can change to haunt. Nope, I can't change to haunt. So this I need to change to something else. I'm gonna change this one to spiders. I'm gonna change it to spider queen. This one I'm gonna change to haunt, and then we'll do draining spirit. Uh, zombie dogs. I think we're still okay there. Locust swarm. I think we'll leave it on pestilence. Fetish army. We'll do headhunters. Gargantuan. shift him to poison also. And then change this to the zombie dog. Holy psychopaths. Change that. We'll get us 2 more zombie dogs out. So that way we should have 5 zombie dogs. Why don't I have 5 zombie dogs out? So basically what I've done now is I've changed it so that, and actually I should have done, I'll have to change that in a minute. So what I want is I want my right click to be I don't know why my spider isn't. But now even that, now you see it's just massive amounts of, it's just crazily different. All right, I'm gonna change this to, then I'm gonna change you to this. Change you to corpse spiders, or no, not spider queen. Then I'm gonna change you to locust swarm. Looks like there's maybe 4. They're moving around too much. I can't see them. Oh yeah, no, now I have all 5. Okay. So now if I left click, I'm throwing Haunt out. If I right click, then I'm throwing Locust Swarm out. They're all kind of taking over, doing their own, and spreading themselves around. And then every once in a while, I'll just throw a Spider Queen at them. Let her freaking slow people down. So as you can tell, it's as you kind of get going, you start getting into your groove, and you start getting your build. You start getting a little bit faster, and you know, starting to get things that allow you to move faster and run faster and stuff like that. It's the game, once you kind of get further in, you start getting more and more confident being able to progress and get stuff further in. Throwing spiders at people every once in a while, you know, little stuff. Oh, don't want to stand in there. You guys are very angry about my whole shenanigans already. So, all right, nope, pick up all that stuff. All right. So as you can tell, like I said, that it's and don't get me wrong, like I'm not trying to speed run and do things, anything like that. Like I'm having fun, enjoying playing the game, enjoying leveling and stuff like that, and I'm perfectly fine with taking, you know, hours. My worries now, and the reason I'm trying to push through the last levels here, is that I've fall so far behind because I record so many other games. You know, we're playing. You know, I'm putting out stuff for Grand Theft Auto 6. Or no, I wish I was putting out Grand Theft Auto 6. Can you imagine if I actually had Grand Theft Auto 6 and I was the only person that could put videos out? I would not be having trouble growing. Grand Theft Auto 5 and GTA Online. So we've been putting out videos for that. So I'm enjoying GTA Online right now. They, you know, since they released the ability to play in an invite-only lobby and then remove the ability for hackers to find you and get into your lobby and corrupt your game, I'm really enjoying it. and I'm having a lot of fun. And then the ability to do, and the invite only lobby has always been there, but for the longest time you couldn't do your businesses, and a lot of your businesses were shut down. So I'm really enjoying the game, and you know, I'm hoping that it continues that way. But between this and then I've been playing No Man's Sky for the expeditions and stuff like that. So with doing all the different games and trying to spread my time across them, my this is kind of falling behind, and I want to get further into the game. And then I know in the future here soon, and I think about 2 weeks, uh, the uh, the beta for Diablo 4 is going to be out, and that whole weekend is going to be Diablo 4. Unfortunately, it's just a weekend. I think it's like 3 days that you can play, 2 or 3 days that you can play. So there are going to be some longer videos of those, because I'm literally going to have to just spend as much time as I can. And it's probably going to be unfortunately, a single video, you know, for like the barbarian, for the rogue, for the sorcerer, and for me kind of just playing through the game and seeing, what all the different stuff is like, and that's the only way I can really think of doing that, and then kind of giving each one of them a fair shake to see how I feel about playing them. I will tell you, I'll probably be biased one way or another. I'm really Diablo 4. I'm looking forward mostly to the Necro, because I'm hoping it's going to be a return to form, more of a Diablo 2 Necro than the Diablo 3 Necro. But we won't know that until we get that, and we may get it out, and I may just generally not like the Necromancer. It may be a druid this time that captures my attention. It's really going to be the big part's going to be the pet classes is what's going to tell me. But I'm trying to remain open and make sure that I'm willing to be open to the other classes, and make sure that I'm at least probably should have just ran through all these guys and murdered all, hoping to get the boss faster. But oh well, because trying to hit the boss with the conduit would have been bad days for the boss. And creeping death. That sounds like something I want to have laying around. But this creeping death. Hot oak swarm and damage after lasts almost forever. Yes, sir. Thank you for playing. Having those last forever is very helpful, because then I can just cast the stuff around and stuff just slowly dies of everybody. Like, you just want to just look how much more damage it is. I'm not even casting. Dead. All right, back in the town we go. See if we found anything new. We'll come pick up the last few things here. And then as soon as we can get to, probably should save that, but I probably won't put that out. That was just not much of a change. Okay. All right. Close enough. We're getting to the part now where eventually we're going to be into stuff that we'll start getting into oranges, into greens and stuff. And unfortunately, before I really start nailing a lot of that stuff down. We need to have be into the torment levels. Oh, I should have looked at those. Oh well, too late now. All right, come on today, come on today, Junior. So we're doing about 2 levels per rift now, and it slows down. It really does. The closer you get to the end, you're able to do these things faster, but the less damage or the less experience you get per rift. Unfortunately, there's not much you can do about it. It's just unfortunately the way it is. Go ahead and murder all these guys out. The good news is now with the locust swarm kind of being, it kind of takes on a life of its own. You just kind of cast it a couple of times at the beginning, and then it just slowly infects everybody. It's great. And then we'll just kind of cast stuff around. Eventually, we'll get the stuff where our pets will start doing extra damage to anything that's got our damage modifiers on it already. And then once that starts happening, then it really starts taking off. But unfortunately, in order for me to even be able to get that, excuse me, I have to have be able to start getting. Oh, okay, but dude, she only lasts for so long. Maybe it's a set that causes her to last forever in the fall. Just throw spiders at you. All right, make sure everybody's all dotted up. Make sure I'm all filled up because that I don't like it. I don't like it. My health bar gets low. It makes me the sads. All right. So as you can tell, it's just once you start getting into at least, and a lot of times people are like, oh, you have to have X or Y or whatever. Yeah, if you're trying to push and you're trying to be like at the top of the board and you have to be there, and if you're the whole purpose of your stream or your video or whatever it is being at the top of the board, then yeah, by all means, if that's what you based your stuff on, make sure that you're trying to stay as high as you can and be forced into the build that you want. I'm here for fun. I'm here for just room clearing and swarms of minions and just generally having a good time. I'm here for room clearing, and hopefully once we are able to get Diablo Friday back online, if my family needs help to level, I could push a couple buttons and boom, their level. And honestly, probably the first Diablo Friday is going to be mostly me doing exactly this with them following behind me and just basically breaking an experience and picking up loot. So the real trick, like I said, is to have fun and try to get back to where we were with being able to have friends and family come in and play with us and do that stuff. And then unfortunately my mom's health's not doing super well. We're hoping she will be out of the hospital today, and then I'm hoping, I think it's next weekend, next Sunday, I'm going up to see her. So that's going to be a long day for me. But we will cross that bridge when we get up there, and then start working on trying to get everybody put back together. And we'll try to see if that Friday night, if we can actually get maybe get everybody up and together and just generally having a good time. All right, and we go. Speaking of which, I'll have to send some messages. Yeah, so we're already at 40 minutes. Yeah, this is going to be a longer run, unfortunately. But I'm just going to keep going today until I hit 70. I'm just going to keep doing riffs until I hit 70. As much as I want to uh, try to keep things lower. Oh, Pronito. Yay. Actually, I may swap out for Pronito. That's it's fine. It's fine. Let's go Piranhas, Pronado. Let's change that out. So with this, the spider not lasting that long, let's do this because I think the piranhas last forever too. And it's not forever. It's like 6 minutes. But as far as these things are concerned, if you're actually fighting something for 6 minutes in this game, like that that is forever. When it comes to Diablo combat, like 6 minutes is a lot longer than forever for most things. I want to see what that ring is in a second. Eventually, I'll get to the part where I'm not having to check, rings and everything, as soon as I find them. It's just right now, some of the rings that we can get are such high value that, and it can be such an increase that it can actually change the that run, especially like with weapons. So a lot of stuff, especially this early in the game, trying to change oranges as soon as we can get them, can be very helpful. So that's why I am basically looking at it as soon as I get them. Especially some of the stuff where it starts, because you don't even know what the ring is until you kind of look into it. Sticking piranhas on your heads. I want to say the piranhas was included in that too, that they last 6 minutes, and they get a damage buff or debuff. So basically, as soon as I hit them with those, they take even more damage from everything else. So anytime you can debuff them, you can get more damage to them. Like that shit all stacks. It all makes it for a much better run on your part. Oh, we're not going that way. That was a bad way to go. This way. It's this way. Yay! Throw a little bit of fun down for everybody. But even then, I'm still leveling fairly quickly. Being solo, like I'm not bringing anybody else in. I think total. I think this is episode 10. I think the first 9, so that was 4.5 hours. So we're right about 6. We're pushing about 7 hours. Which by no stretch of the imagination is this the fastest that you can level. And even fast as you can level solo. I think you're probably able to get down 5 or 6, maybe even 4 hour range. I'm not sure what the range of that stuff is, but I'm sure if I went through and did every little bit of polishing that I could definitely knock hours off of it. But I'm not worried about that. Like I said, for the most part, I'm just looking at whatever's green, throwing that on. Highest weapon damage I can find. And just generally going down the road to there you go. There you go. You see, like even with the Rift Guardians, the amount of difference from in the earlier stages where it was taking us forever to kill these guys versus now where we're literally just ripping through them. All right, I'm not coming back to that one. That's only one chess piece. Close that out. See what we're doing here. And we'll trade that one out. Why not? Good. I don't see anything else majorly awesome. Right, Max. These guys are the go ahead. Nope, I want to. Cinder, what are you doing back there? Oh, a puzzle ring. Summon a goblin picks up items. You know what? We'll go ahead trade the puzzle ring on. We'll save that for later. The puzzle. No. Why did you go there? Not where I wanted you to go. I wanted you to go over there. So we'll use the puzzle ring for now. Just because it's helpful. And then later we'll nuke it. We'll throw it in Kanye's cube and do a goblin run. But I want to save that until I get far enough in that the goblin run makes sense. Because at that point, like if I went and did it right now and did a goblin run, I'd just be doing it on hard. I wouldn't be getting a lot of money. I'm in here by myself. And all of that stuff does not add up to the best use of a goblin or a puzzle ring. So if I can get a little bit later where I can pick that up back. No, I did. The goblin got it. So the trick here is basically you run around with the goblin and he picks up all the white and gray crap off the ground. And then as he picks all that up, he eventually throws other stuff out for you. Because I think, what does it actually say? Summon a treasure goblin who normally normal items after picking up 4 times, he dropped a rare item with a chance for a legendary. So it's basically just more chances for legendaries. And especially when you're trying to level up. That's helpful. So now the trick is there's that stuff. It's even more important to make sure I hit all the weapons racks, make sure I hit the armor racks and stuff like that, because 9 times out of 10 those things drop the white or a gray, and the white and gray is what he picks up. So it does a lot of things that kind of keep my inventory cleaner, so I don't have to worry about so much stuff being kind of clogging up my inventory. But at the same time, then it also allows me to have a better chance of getting good stuff. And good stuff is what I want. So there's a weapon rack. See that? There you go. There you go. You got it eventually. So just let them keep picking up stuff. So now I've got them picking up money. I got them picking up common items. It's all working out. It's all just kind of just starting to melt their faces off. This is when the fun starts happening. So and then eventually what you'll end up having, like I said, is, and I like Zumasa's because this is the build, kind of the build I like. With Zumasa's, then my fetish army will stay out forever. I'll be able to, they'll start causing, or taking, or my minions will start causing more and more damage to uh, things that are affected by my dots. And once that starts happening, it's kind of, it just escalates. It balloons out of control. And I really hope that they don't nerf that too badly with Diablo 4, because part of this is that the power creep being real and being able to do things and having fun by just melting faces is part of the fun of these games, is to get to a part where it's broken. And I understand like everybody has to be kind of balanced, and if there's PvP stuff, you definitely have to have things where people are kind of combative, or you you don't have somebody that's standing out, and so everybody makes a demon hunter, because that's the most powerful thing that there is. So you kind of have to have things balanced and stuff like that. And I get that, but at the same note, like I play for single player. I play for dungeon clearing and for being able to run around and generally having fun. So I don't want PvP, and like it is what it is. And the people that enjoy that stuff, hey, more power to you. I hope you have fun with it. Um, it's just not me. Uh, so with that being said, I hope that some of the craziness of us being able to do crazy builds and do stuff isn't lost, because I really hope that isn't. I like coming in and seeing the big numbers and watching bosses just melt. And if anything, I do like trying to rip through rifts as fast as I can, and trying to get to the end as quickly as you can, and that stuff. Like I'm not trying to speed run, but and I'm not going to optimize myself to be the fastest to run through things, but I like being able to just kind of rip through stuff. But I will say that once we get Diablo Friday coming up, the pace will slow down a lot from what even this, like, because most of the I I am a lot more murder the whole dungeon and move on than most of the people that we do Diablo Fridays with. And it's kind of one of those things that trying to make sure we burn through as fast as we can, and trying to keep stuff up. It'll be a lot more chill. A lot more chill. Okay, murder them. All right, some more death breaths. So I guess you start getting death breaths at 60. So we may actually be able to get all that stuff done. Okay, yeah. So I'll stop you, because you have to be level 70 for the last piece. So there's no way to complete the next thing before you're level 70. So what we'll do after this one then is we'll start looking at what we need to do to get the level 70 stuff kind of knocked out. Since we'll look and see, I'll look, because I think I need to get, I only need, I think, 2 levels. I need to get out of there. Nope. You guys are trying to murder me, and I do not like it. So I think we need to kill a couple more bosses. I don't think we need to do the keywords yet. We will eventually have to kill all the keywords. Oh, nice. Not so nice. Where's all the guys at? There they are. And then at some point I'll have to go through and get all the stuff for the to get into the pony level here. Not gonna help you. Not today, Satan Pony. Not today. Speed pylon. Pick up some cupcakes. Alright, we'll just kind of keep going. Come on. Where was he at? I would love to concentrate on you, my friend, but I have bigger fish to fry. I think I got most of them. I think I got all of my crew. Okay. You're not going to pick that up? That makes sense. All right, let's go do that. We'll go empty these guys out real quick. See if we found any good fun here. Not really. Don't want to really get rid of some recovery right now. Such large swings on all that gear. Get here real quick. All this stuff. That was a new transmog. That's why he was doing it. All right, that makes sense. I will allow it. I will allow it. Ticket now. Nope. That one we will change out. All right, melt all that. Well, that guy out too, because we don't need that anymore where we're going. All right, so let's go ahead and close this guy out. That way we get our experiences. Shift J. So we need to craft a level 70 weapon or armor piece, which you can't really do yet. Fully equip one of our followers, which we'll do once we get there. You need to raise all those to those. All right. So we need to get 2 more levels on each of these guys. Okay, so that is the max level. I couldn't remember if it was the max level or not. Oh, we're already at level 12 for her. Okay. All right, so both of those should be done now. 70. Craft a level 70 ring or amulet, which you can't really do. So replace that. That's not hard to do. So let's go do Israel and Ariane. I always butcher their names. Go look for the Spooter Queen. Was hard, right? Make sure that it was just hard. Hard difficulty or hard. And we're on master. So with this one, I usually just come in, pick a direction, either up or down. Usually it's not too far from the beginning. So like slowly burn through them. Yeah. So we're already running into dead ends. So just pick a direction and start traveling around until I find her. Unfortunately, this isn't a bounty. If it was a bounty, it would be helpful because then it would, as soon as you got close, it would give you the arrow saying, hey, she's this way. Just melt all the spiders and move on. And the good thing is especially if there's a green or an orange that drops, it tells you. It'll show up on the map so you know to go back. If I miss a yellow or a blue at this point, I'm not going to be super worried about it. I'm starting to get into the point now where once I hit 70, you'll see a large change. But most likely what I'll end up doing at 70 is just building a lot of stuff with the blacksmith. And at least get me a decent jump into towards being able to survive a little bit longer. Usually just building one of everything, and if you can do some of the sets to get the bonuses kind of towards that point, it helps. It can help a little bit also. But now with Hedrick's gift and stuff like that, it makes it a lot easier to get that jump start, because you basically, as soon as you can complete that thing, and if you do a little bit to set up for it in the beginning, where you do have as much of the stuff out of the way as you can, it makes it a lot easier to kind of rip through it. And hopefully we'll have most of the stuff done. We'll have to create, there's some things that like we really can't do until we hit level 7. But I think most of it's just like, oh, build this or build that. And a lot of it, I'm not even worried about whether or not it's good. It's just, okay, you made the requirement for me to build it, so I'll build something. If it's better than what I'm using, then sure, I'll use it. But most likely it will be. There's 67 already. Okay, I would appreciate it if you guys stop setting me on fire. Do not like it. And then, like I said, the real trick will be to start ramping up the difficulty, trying to get into Torment as soon as we can. And I will probably be in Torment shortly after hitting level 70. So basically, we'll hit level 70, we'll get Hedrick's gift, we'll load those pieces of equipment. We'll spend what points we have for blood shards left laying around. We'll start spending it on stuff fairly quickly. probably get into bounties, especially the Act 1 bounty, fairly quick. Trying to get the Royal Ring of Grandeur, making sure that most of the stuff that we need for that stuff we have at our earliest convenience. Because obviously the earlier we have the Royal Ring of Grandeur, it's not going to help us a whole lot because it gives you 2 and then it gives you the 4 set. But at some point, if I ever find just a single piece of the set from the Hedrick's gift, then we can kind of be ahead of the curve with the bonuses for that. And it starts helping us be able to hopefully stack 2, so that way if we can get a couple of pieces of Zumas's early, we can start working that situation. Because that is the trick, is to try to get my pet build as soon as I can. I want to keep my fetishes out because they definitely cause a ridiculous amount of damage. Like having them out just stabbing things. It is amazing how much extra damage they cause just by being on the board. Yep, you're not going to make it out that time. Alright, so we got her done. So the other one we needed was Urzel. I think that's Isol. Health Beast. Urzel. So basically, I just go. At this point, I'm a mercenary. I'm just doing as they're told. I heard you just go through. Oh, so we actually have a bounty for him too, which is good because now we have an arrow that tells us which direction to go. That makes it a lot easier and faster. And then we're at 67, so hopefully we'll get 68 out of this. Then I'll look and see. I don't think there's really much else like murderizing I need to do for these. So what I'll do is jump back into another probably another rift. So hopefully that'll be enough to get us where we need to be. This is always good when you hit the very end and you're like, ding! Actually, I may, if I don't, we'll go kill him on Master real quick. And depending on where we are, once we do that, I may exit out, bump it up to like Torment, and then come back in and try to do a rift and see what happens. Since I probably should have done that sooner, since I got lucky with that orange weapon. That is a lot of damage that we're putting out. Our survivability is not the best. I'm still kind of getting murderated if I stand in the wrong place for too long. Sorry, civilian. I'm not here for you. Here for fat loots and for your boss. Alright, come on, Stompy McStomperson. Oh, too early. Hopefully I get him. Damn it. Come on, man. get him loaded up. The problem is now, like, since most of my weapon damage is dots and my pets. Oh, you just go completely immune when you do that. It's a jerk move. Really? All you do is figure out how to get these guys to respawn faster. There you go. More piranhas for your face. Yep, just chilling on hard or on master. You're good. See you later, dude. That weapon it's such a massive change. All right, so we got all those. If J again real quick. Okay, fully equip the follower, reach level 70, 70 amulet, place property, transmogrify. All right, so that stuff's all easy to do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to leave the game. I'm going to go out. We're going to increase our difficulty. So you can decrease your difficulty in game, but you cannot increase it unless it. And the reason they do that is because if I could get to the very end of the battle, then increase my. So basically, and if you don't know what these are, so basically, 200% gold, 200 right. Imperial gems can drop from level 61. Imperial gems, new ledger items become available at level 70. Additional gold XP drop rate per tournament level. So we're going 300 extra XP. I don't think going to torment 2 and 6 and all that stuff. Not the best idea, but we'll bump up to torment. So save and close. We'll go ahead and start that. We'll go have another chat. So we got all these guys straight into here, and we will. Oh, I need to go empty out my back. Anything good in here? You're all greens. Too much recovery lost. Gonna melt all that down. Do that. And then the other side too is once we start hitting once you hit level 70, my plan will be once I hit level 70, I'll probably start doing these on my own, and kind of working through just the regular Guardian Rifts, and I'll just do those when I have spare time, and because the real trick at that point is to try to get the keystones so that I can do the time drifts, right? So I can start working my way through that, start getting better gems, start upgrading the gems, and just generally improving our stats and things with those. So the going through the Guardian Rifts at that point and doing the normal rifts isn't that big of a deal. It's more you do those because you have to, because you need them for the keystones. So mostly what I'll be doing is I'll probably be doing those off camera, unless people just really want to see them, and then we'll do the time drifts. I want to make sure I get that. That is another chance for me to pick up something cool. Wish I could tell him to be like, oh yeah, just pick up yellows and blues too. Like, just pick up yellows and blues until you can give me oranges. But I'm really happy that we did find found the puzzle ring. So, and make sure that even if you find a puzzle ring at like level 1, keep that back. Oh, geez, dead. All right. The Torment one is definitely more difficult. So I went from okay to not okay very quickly. Yeah, it's all the crap they're throwing down on the floor. They're throwing electricity, throwing fireballs, and throwing poison. And I probably was standing in all three of them at one point. Let me in. Let me in. Knock knock. How you guys doing? Oh no. I need to concentrate more on standing back and letting my pets do what they're being paid to do. Hey, if the piranhas could regenerate faster, that'd be great, please. Just kind of knock down the overall, horribleness of these. The problem is I keep pulling multiple groups of like a yellow and like a group of blues, and that stuff gets difficult. You start getting like 15 things thrown on the ground all at the same time. When the entire floor is lava, it's hard to find a good place to stand. All right, come on, let me out. I don't want to stand there anymore. I don't like it. All right. Slowly working our way through it. Oh, good, a treasure goblin. In the middle of the fire. Did I murder him or is he still there? Oh, he's still there. Oh, it's a gem goblin, too. That's good stuff. Alright, we killed him. Alright, good. It's always a good chance or good thing to kill the gem goblins or the treasure goblins in general. I think those guys can drop plans sometimes. I don't think he did that time. I know there's one of them. I can't remember which one it is that can drop plans and stuff for the merchants and stuff like that, so that you can make cool stuff. Down the road. I don't think we're gonna. Well, we may make 70 from turning in the dungeon. I don't know if we're gonna make 7. I don't think we're gonna make 70 from. There's a box down there. I don't know if I want to go to the box here real quick because there's deeds over here. What's in the box? Nothing good. More materials. Oh, this whole thing was a dead end. Just a big, long distraction. Oh, that was no, that was just a boat that was laying on the ground. Thought it was an armor stand or a weapon stand. It was a weapon stand. Oh no. I don't want to die. It slows down my leveling. Hey, let me out of there. I don't like it. Yeah, so Torment, like I said, it's a step up. It's definitely they're a lot stronger. You tell in Master I wasn't really having problems. We're starting to have difficulties again. So, but trying to stay on the level where you're having difficulties, as long as you're not dying continuously, and we're not dying continuously right now, but as long as you're not dying continuously, uh, it helps a lot. And being able to, because now I'm staying right on that cusp of getting the most money and the most experience and the chance of getting better gear. And now, granted, we don't get the new items until we hit level 70. Once 70 opens, then you have a lot more uh, legendaries that open for you to be able to grab. Oh no, we want to stay here for that. There's fun to be had. Like if that had just been normal minions, I'd have probably jumped in the thing, but that guy was yellow. And that gives us progress. Oh, let's go get that. And the good news is that the goblin will or the puzzle ring goblin will kind of keep his count between runs and between logouts and stuff like that. So even if you don't get the all the ones in the run, you can just kind of keep going, and he'll eventually poop out something. But the odds of him dropping an orange are pretty low. I think for the most part he drops yellows with an occasional blue. All right, so there is 68 very soon. There's 68. So it looks like even upgrading to Torment, we're gonna have to run another one. So unfortunately, this one looking quite literally like it's gonna be about 2 hours of a run. So, but it is what it is. I want to try and, like I said, my goal was to try to get to 70, and I could have kept these at 30 minutes piece, but I wouldn't have made level 70 until next month. Because it's just once you start getting this far into it, it starts to slow down. Once we hit 70 and we can start doing the I always forget the name of the other rifts, but we start doing the timed rifts. I'll do better at keeping those 30. Basically what I'll do is I'll just run through like, because I think at that point you're limited to, you have to be able to complete them within 10 minutes to be able to get the bonus stuff out of it anyway. So probably 2 to 3 of those in a run, and just kind of see how far we can push it, or kind of see what gear we can get, and then so we'll get back down to the 30-minute range instead of these. Now we're 22 hour. I don't know if we're going to be at 2 hours or not today. We're probably looking at, yeah, it's going to be close. Probably at least an hour and 40, if not slightly longer. But the plan will be to max, get to level 70. We will go turn in all that stuff. We will do what we can to get the extra gear, and to get because all the rest of the stuff is is all transmog an item. We'll add an item, or change something. A lot of that stuff is really easy to do. It's not difficult. So it's just making sure I have the materials, and for the most part, I should have the materials. So I'll just go through, do that stuff real quick. If I run into something where, like, I'm like, oh, I need to go do some more leveling to get things, then I'll take a break there. But hopefully we have everything we need, and we should. We should have all the stuff that we need to complete the this part of the seasonal quest journey there. And then so we'll end with basically doing the completion of that of the second tier quest thing. Hopefully get first Hedrick's gift. We'll get that loaded. We'll get all that done, and then we'll go ahead and we'll end at that point, and then we'll come back to the next one, specifically working towards getting the next our next levels, are getting the next quest done, and just kind of working through the seasonal content stuff. And then once we gotta get done with all that, then the trick will be to try to get as many. Okay, we don't even make it to the next level. I'm fine with that. You should have waited for me to get to the next floor. You might have had friends to help you there, buddy. Here you're in trouble, because it's just you, me, and all my pets. Let me introduce you to the Stabby Boys. So unfortunately, that's only 68. We did get a couple of oranges, though. So let's go ahead and go back. We'll turn this guy in. And unfortunately, we're going to be going straight into the next rift. Go do Book of Teen real quick. Legendary Pants, 3 more days. Or I release a Vile Stench. Oh, Poopy Pants. I'll take Poopy Pants. Tax release a Poison Nova that deals 438 weapon damage to poison to enemies within 10 yards. Okay, sure. Sometimes the build just builds itself. Be clear, to be fair. Probably throw a gem in that. It'd probably be better. What was the... Okay, I'm not opening the chest that often. So let's go ahead and melt all this stuff down. Melt that bad boy down. So let's put that into there. Let's put you in there. You in there. I think we're all gemmed out. All right, so that stuff all goes there. Put the belt over on the second page. And then it's the greater rifts. So it's the Nephilim rifts and the greater rifts. So probably what I'll be doing is I'll be running Nephilim rifts on my own and just leveling those as I can, or running those as I can, and just taking my time and just doing that. I'll probably gain some items from doing that, obviously, but the I don't know. I don't think people want to see every single Nephilim rift that I run. Greater rifts is where it's at from for the most part. Being able to push and get higher and higher difficulties. All right, slowly working our way through. I'm hoping, I don't know, I'm hoping this was actually going to give us level 70. I don't have a lot of high hopes, though. We may end up having to run another one. I would hope, but it gets to a point, especially towards the end here, where it just the grind gets really real. The grind gets a little crazy. So basically, you're just trying to get as far as you can in here and trying to get as much as you can done. Oh, dead. And with us running on the higher difficulty now, it's you get frozen, get a couple of things thrown under you. It's just you die quick. And it's all right because they die quick too. But it's one of those things. Like if obviously I'm not running hardcore. If I was running hardcore, obviously that would be different. And the dying would be a lot more consequential. Me, if I die now, yeah, I take some damage to my equipment. I got to go spend a little bit of money to fix that. Like but honestly, at the point I'm at now, like the money that it cost me to repair my gear, I don't even care. The only problem is if it goes red, then I'm in trouble because I'm at that point I'm starting to lose stats, and as soon as it goes red, that's not good. Because I start to lose stats, I start to lose damage, I start to lose my regen and my toughness and my my other bonuses, and so when that happens, yeah, it's we're gonna go back and repair right. At least at this level, like in the beginning, like I was the first run, like I didn't care because my stats didn't increase a lot from leveling. It wasn't that big of a deal. Now obviously if I die, it's a little bit stronger, or a little bit more of a problem because I'll lose the experience pool there. But I don't want to do that. I prefer to keep my experience pool. Extra experience is always good when you're trying to level. And then we'll just get into Paragons and we'll just get see how far we can get along into Paragons. Just lots of fun. All right, all the murdering. Nope, you guys come back here. Oh, don't like that. Do not like that, sir. I. Scream background. Oh. Ooh, 59. All right, so now the trick is to find out if we can actually get to 70 before we finish this rift out. if I don't make 70, I may not start another rift. I may just go to, there's a couple outdoor zones that you can, there's just ridiculous amounts of enemies. Like the rift is good, because obviously there's a higher chance of getting good fat loots. But at this point, it's more about just trying to do this because we're at oh, I'm I'm stretching my legs on this one. So, but like I said, the goal here is to try to get as far as I can into it. The goal today was to get to level 70, and pretty much no matter how long that took me, I was just going to do it. And it's oh, that's a fleeting shrine. I was hoping it was going to be an experience shrine. Yeah, because we're rapidly getting to the end here. Oh, I do not like that. Get the fast beats. Don't like that. Nope, I don't like any of this stuff. Maybe the other option too would be to stay in this run or stay in here, because with Nephilim rifts, the mobs still spawn. It's just until you get to the end of the dungeon. So as long as you're not at the end of a level, you can kind of keep going, and you can. There's still more things to kill, so there's more experience. So maybe I'll do that if we don't make 70 by the time we kill the Guardian. Uh, I'll just keep running down this rift until we can get closer to it. Give you a little bit of loving. Give you some piranhas on your face. Figure out where we're going next. Oh, that's good. The entrance and the exit are right next to each other. All right, so that is all good there. We've raided all of them. Where's my doggo that? Why don't I have doggos? Oh, nope, nope. Oh, I'm out of experience anyway, but no sense in dying just to die. Slows me down. I gotta recast everything. Right, we're getting getting close enough to the Rift Guardian that try to save those guys up. The other thing I'll do I'll do the first I'll need to do a bunch of bounty runs too in between, just simply because the bounties, you need to be able to do those to get the materials to basically melt things in the cube to make new items to how even get the Hellfire Amulet, stuff like that. And for the most part, the Hellfire Amulet, I'm gonna have to keep making those until I get one of the passives on it that I need, because it doesn't do any good to have a passive on there that isn't helpful. I gotta go look and actually sit down and read through all the passives and take time for myself to get my brain wrapped around them, and probably do all that off camera also, just because a lot of that stuff is me reading and trying to figure out which is the best for me. Yeah, I could use it to ooh, he hits like a freight train. I don't like that. Let me give you some of those. How do you like that for a minute? Yeah, that guy hits literally like a freight train. No, sir, I did not like that. Yeah, so we're still a ways off. I still have a third of a level to go. Our 2/3 of the level. I'm gonna go back. We'll just start another rift. It's gonna be freaking 2 hours. So if y'all are still hanging around watching at this point, I do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Y'all are definitely legends. So we will see. We will see how all that goes through. We'll keep that. Maybe more toughness and lose a little bit of recovery. Repair all that. Put all of our toys away. All of the toys away. Close this guy down. Come on. All right, come on. Oh, well, we're almost there. We will rapidly get. We should level up here fairly quickly. It may have been worth going to a different or just out of town to do it, but this way we'll get a rift also. Or we should get a rift key, because if we're level 70 when we kill the boss, he'll should drop a rift key for us since we're on that. And then also, since he has a chance to drop legendaries, it's quite possible that by killing the boss guy or the Rift Guardian, and hopefully being level 70 when that happens, it will give us keys. It will give us a chance at some cool oranges. You know, all the good stuff. Nope. Guys, you're gonna trap me and then shoot me in the face? Are you kidding me with this garbage? Do you know how many bullet heavens I've been playing lately? You guys don't know my training regime. You gotta freeze me in place to try to kill me. I see how it is. But yeah, so hopefully the goal with that will be is that we'll be able to get to the end here and kill that. Hopefully we'll be 70 before we hit the Guardian, and then at that point he'll drop all the goodies. It'll be nice if he does. I don't have a lot of high hope that he will, but it will be nice if he does. Then we'll exit out. We'll get back into town. We'll complete the season's journey, and then go ahead and be ready to do some craziness. Because once you get the first two pieces of the set, those both being level 70 gear, also it gives you a massive boost. And then we will kind of keep an eye out. For the most part, we should not only get, but we should be heavily leaning toward getting stuff for the Witch Doctor, every once in a while picking up intelligent stuff. So we may pick up stuff for the Wizard every once in a while, or have a higher chance of doing that. And then the Necro. So if I start getting stuff for the Necro, we'll let the game decide if I start getting a large amount of stuff for the Necro, or start getting, if I get a level 70 orange weapon, for a necro, I will definitely look at making a necromancer for this season also. But I'll need a level 70. If I can find a level 70 necro weapon that I can throw a socket on and then basically do use gem ease on it, then I will definitely do that. Because then I'll just put a level 1 necromancer with a level 70 weapon, and we'll start on Torment 6. And we'll show you how to power level yourself. So I think that will be the ultimate goal, is to do something crazy like that. Either that or like a Crusader. Or the Crusader is going to be a less of a chance of a good weapon for him dropping, because we're not flagged for that. And even if it does kind of drop, and it can drop weapons for them. Like, I don't think it'll drop the rare weapon, like the like Crusader only weapons. I think it'll drop just like a two-handed flail or something. But the problem with that is it'll be stacked for intelligence most likely, and that makes it less useful for the Crusader, because then it's he needs strength. Yay, level 70. All right, so we got level 70. We're almost done with this, so we'll go ahead and we'll finish this bad boy out. Because at this point now, we're level 70. All right, so I want to come back here if we can. Come on. You're going to be difficult. All right, fine. All right, I'm just going to go murder everybody then. Just finish this with one less skill than I could have. So I'll just look at those before next run and try to get those a little bit better narrowed down to something that's useful. Because right now they're not super awesome. Get out of all the bad stuff. All right, come on, guys. Yep, I would like to talk to the manager, please. But yeah, so now we'll start seeing level 70 items drop, and then once we start seeing level 70 items drop, we have a lot better chance of finding cool stuff. And definitely stuff that will be more useful, because there'll be another jump here towards the end. We'll probably stick with the weapon we have, even though it is level 71, until we find something a lot better. Like if I found I think it's a wormwood staff. Like, I could have found a wormwood staff that's not even higher damage, and I'll swap to that, because at that point it frees up a casting. Like, it basically allows us to cast our Locust Swarm without having to cast it. So we already got Paragon points. Already have Paragon points. And yeah, so in the beginning of the Paragon leveling system, you level very quickly. It rapidly gets out of hand, where it gets very difficult to do. But in the beginning, they come pretty quick. All right, we're almost just a couple more kills, so we're going to run into the largest group we've ever seen. Because I need just one guy left. Yep, see? I was literally that close to killing him. Did you teleport out of my piranhas? Jerk. Didn't teleport out of those piranhas, jerkface. It's too late. Piranhas are already on your head. All right, so there's Paragon level 2 and a green item. Oh, and another orange. So, and that was the kind of the determining factor, because if I come in here, hit level 70 beforehand, we have a chance of getting really cool items when we freaking finish it out. So we'll go ahead, we'll close that guy out. We'll go to our book here real quick. We'll see what we found. Domania. All right, so that is good. So that's 2058. And then, oh, we already found a Zumasa mask. The first mask we found is the Zumasa. Yeah, so we're loading that because it's Zumasas. Let's see. Anything good? Better pants. Shoulders maybe. Probably give that to her. All right, so we're gonna melt everything. All right, so I need to go in here. I need to make a. I think I need to make an armor. So if I make what do I want to make? It doesn't really matter. We'll just make boots. Lost Boy boots. But we want to make sure that they're level 70. So we want to do highest usable. Right? So we just want to make the level 7. Whatever it is. It's level 7. And then we'll make sure that they're better. So we'll put those on. So Shift J. So we need to fully equip one of our followers. We need to make a ring or an amulet. And then we need to transmogrify. All right, so what is she missing? So she needs rings. Okay, that's easy enough to do. Have materials. So we'll go rings. We don't want to do that. We want to do a ring. So we want to do a sovereign ring. And I'm actually just going to. Oh, actually, I can. I'm just gonna make 2 of them. We're gonna do that. So these may be not really. Okay, so we're just gonna throw both of those on her. So that's friends with benefits done. We're gonna go down here. We're going to grab something. Throw you in there. Damage, intelligence. What else can I get here? Chance on fear, slow bind, ignores durability lost. Okay, nothing really sticking me out there. But we can just transmogrify it. Transmogrify. Okay. That is done. Put these pants in here. Put the pants in. I like all those. Can we change this to nothing really awesome? All right, so let's not change that one out. Intelligence, vitality, armor. Vitality, armor. We're not really using Spirit Barrage, right? That's not the one we're using. Yeah, we're using Con. So if we change this from that to pretty much anything else, we're not using Sacrifice, we're not using Zombie Charger. So life per hit or regenerate life or armor would all be good changes. increased mana regeneration is not necessarily the worst thing that we could do. So we'll do that. And with that, we have completed the that. We will pick up our mail, do all of that stuff. Let's go use the mystic. Oh, the mystic's down here because I'm a dum-dum and I don't know where I'm going. All right, so we'll give both those to the mystic. We'll open Hedrick's gift here. Throw a bunch of stuff on the desk. Now the problem is it's going to make me replace my mask. So this is Big Bad Voodoo now follows you and lasts twice as long. So basically, it's going to want me to change to Big Bad Voodoo. So we'll probably end up changing to do that. And then at least they're both decent weapon or decent gear. So, but with that, we will let you guys go, and we will talk to y'all very soon with the next one, and then slowly get to where we can start getting into this and start doing more crazy riffs and crazy stuff like that. But with that, hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Don't forget, if you've stayed this long and watched almost 2 hours of me trying to level 70 and do all this stuff, please like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. I do appreciate it. It really does help the channel. Leave me a comment. Let me know, whatever it is you want to let me know, and we will go from there. With that, you guys be safe, and we will talk to y'all soon.